same old leaders. So you ever ask yourself, like, how old were they when they started doing all of this presidency shit? Were they like in their 30s, 40s? When did some of the greatest revolutionaries die? Did they die early? And then, like, when they got stuck with it, we end up with all these 75 plus year old leaders who, to me, just because you got, like, look, shout out to all the veterans that played the war game. I don't want to sound disrespectful, but a lot of times you got to ask yourself, did we go to war, or do we go to war now because we want to, or because it's the only option? It's the only way out. We don't like the way they do things, so let's go to war with them. Or they messing up the process, let's go to war with them. Like, sooner or later, we gotta ask ourselves, what is messing up the process? We messing up the process now. Like, we fucking it all up now. Like, you got a whole bro, I haven't seen one. I think we got a 40-year-old governor lady in Chicago or something. I don't know. I look into politics, but to me, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, then I don't really be caring about it. Because I'd be like, is it affecting me immediately? Is it affecting my immediate state of living? Most of the time, I don't even go vote. I just urge people to go vote. Like I tell people, if you really want that change in your life, and you really feel like your life is really that bad off, go vote for a leader. Because to me, you're the leader. Like, I sit here, I watch these content creators, I watch the podcasters, I watch everybody of the free world, of the new world that we live in, that initiate their own level of leading. Whether you're a manager, you're a supervisor, you're your own boss. What the fuck do you need a king for anyway? What you need a president for anyway? Like, I don't even think we need a president. I think we just need Congress. Because that's all this really is. Like, right now, we got a president that's on some files, and they trying to legalize it or legitimacy, find legitimacy in the reasons that he was here, which is sound. You know, with this select group of people, they're innocent until proven guilty. With the other hand, we're guilty until proven innocent, you know? There's so many different levels that just fuck up. Meanwhile, they talk about banning THC. Now the young people, they trying to get the young people to react. It's all about your reaction. Like, if your boss just came in one day to your job and was like, everybody's fired, and wasn't laughing, you would take him seriously, and you would be like, oh my God, this guy's on a rampage. He came in and fired everybody, and then he tells you he's joking. He was just trying to get your reaction. He wanted to see what y'all would feel like if he just said, you know what, I'm firing everybody and hiring robots. I'm hiring fucking robots because none of y'all, except for LaShonda, Derek, and Marcus, do a good job. So all of y'all gotta go. The rest of y'all gotta go, but Derek, LaShonda, and Marcus can stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? No discrimination on color background. We don't know who Derek, we don't know who LaShonda is, and we don't know who Marcus is. LaShonda could be the white girl. You never know at this moment. We always trying to put the names and be like, oh yeah, black people give, you know, ignorant names like LaQuanda or some shit like that, or Rwanda or Jerome or some shit like that. Man, these names are names. I know a white boy named Jerome. I know a white girl named Lakita. You feel me? And that's how she pronounce it. That's how her parents pronounce it. People want to try to go back and look up your background and be like, oh, they must have black in their origin or descent or whatever. Nigga, none of that shit matters. We worried about the shit that don't matter. You know what I mean? As if you're trying to find some magical bloodline up this way or some shit like that. Like, the fuck do we be on, bruh? Like, think about it. Political actions are being took. Like you say government shutdown, but the moment they open it up, you got these invisible clauses that's been in. The government never was shut down. It was just shut down for people, regular people like you and me could not be involved with the documents and everything thing that they was doing during the government shutdown. It's not even a shutdown. I don't even know why they call it a shutdown. A shutdown is when there's no work being done, none. Instead, we had a whole bunch of government workers being unpaid. We had people telling us, oh, since the government shut down, government aid is shut down. No, the fuck it's not. Why y'all? Because some people was at their office work. You got remote jobs and all of that. You let these people deceive you like that. Like, deceive you using wordplay. That's just a play on words. It's not even a vacation at this moment. It's not, because they're working. They're in the office debating how to run a country. So to me, it's not shut down. That means you're using the wrong wordplay. That means you're using deceptive wordplay. You're telling people it's shut down and it's not. If Walmart shut down for a day, there wouldn't be no workers in the building at all. If anything shut down for a day, there'd be no workers at work at all. Like, yeah, you would have, the management or the higher level at work. And that's what this is. The government shutdown is literally a way of saying that this is when we talk about stuff that people don't get to hear about. And we're going to work on things that we feel like the people don't need to be worried about. So, all right, when we open up, we're going to reveal our, a little bit. We want to reveal a little bit of things to keep people off what we were really discussing behind closed doors. How to cover shit up. Not to mention, they couldn't have picked the best time to do it. Holidays, the middle of, they picked, September or the end of September or the beginning of October to initiate the government shutdown, where they go behind closed doors and talk politics without people. It's just things that they're not telling you. They making war moves. They doing all kind of things. And they utilize the president is a pawn to stand out front. To be like, oh yeah, pay more attention to the president. Don't worry about what we're talking about. Mind you, this is just a theory of mine. One of my friends once called me. They was like, yo, how does it feel to be one of the new world leaders in the making? And I was like, nigga, I ain't no damn leader. Ain't nobody world leader in no making. And he's like, bro, we're all leaders of the new world. Like, we are innovative. He broke it down to me. I started looking around. And I look at Tyrese when he go live. I look at people like Dave Chappelle when they go live. And some of them only go live when it's absolutely necessary for them to say something. That means if it ain't necessary for them to say anything or step in the way and become a voice of the people, then they don't do it. You feel me? And that's when it is real, when you become a voice of the people. Because when people are actually listening, and then, people actually expect you to be their voice of reasoning because you relate to them. You feel me? It's all about that whole relatability thing. That whole, relating to folks. What is that like? What is relatability anyway, right? Like, right now, the president relates to a lot of people in so many different ways. You want to judge. And I want to tell you, he who has not sinned may cast the first stone. Or he without sin may cast the first stone. Or he with a pure heart. Or he has lived purely. Or anybody that ain't thought about living on demon time. Yeah, y'all niggas step forward and start throwing stones. Because everybody gonna let you do it. You feel me? And then they gonna persecute you for the stones you just thrown through. For judgment. For judging person. It's like being judged for being, it's everybody has their judgment. You're gonna have your day to take accountability. And right now, living in these times that I live in, this is, white supremacy getting ready to take accountability at the highest level. You feel me? and they're gonna fight it. They're gonna go down and fight it. They're not gonna just let it go down. You ever watch Cobra Kai? And you watch Cobra Kai and you see goddamn the old dude whoop goddamn daddy's ass and freaking beat up goddamn the Karate Kid. This shit was funny as fuck. And I was like, yo, this old man just whooped their ass. Like he went off in their asses. And that's pretty much what could happen if you don't gauge the situation right. Now look, listen, with age comes wisdom. It's a whole nother wisdom you don't have when you're like, in your 30s or in your 20s or even lower. Like you just don't have that wisdom, that insight. You haven't had time to study the world and see what it's like see what people are like, see what yourself is like what you are really like. You don't know yourself enough. But when you get up to be like 60 and 59 and shit like that, that's when you got a little bit of wisdom on you. You done seen some things. Hell, even at 40, you got some access to wisdom, a higher understanding. If you paid attention to everything, you can be in line with everything, in sync with politics, religion, spirituality, the difference between all of this, science, you feel me? Like you can be a little bit intuitive into it. You follow the path of God and you're gonna find yourself knowing a little bit of everything, understanding a little bit of everything. Because God shows you everything, gives you everything, but puny human brain only understands so much. Anyway, me Tarzan, you Jane, bitch. Clunk, you dig? But now you got this whole, they done let the Jeffrey Epstein emails out. They don't let everything, be exposed. It's redacted and cover-ups and different things. It's people they want to protect and people they want to throw under the bus. It said, I don't like super popularity. You got persecution of Donald Trump. Donald Trump trying to persecute the Democrats, turning this into you don't really know because the media spin it anyway. So you just got to make your own valid discernment, and judge it correctly so you can see the truth behind it, And then you got to want to see the truth. And you got to be able to accept it. I watched an anime last night. I'm pretty sure most of my anime folks, they're going to be familiar with it. You probably know the name of it. But anyway, it had the hero and the protagonist, I guess, or the hero and the villain. You got a hero that's basically trying to save everybody for the greater good. He cries even when the so-called bad guy gets hurt because the bad guy is technically one of his friends, and he's like, yo, when a friend is messing up, you tell them they messing up. And I'm telling you messing up. And I'm asking you to stop. Like a real friend. Like, stop this shit. And if you don't, I'm gonna stop you. I ain't gonna kill you, I'm gonna just stop you. And so he stops the guy, long story short. But the reason was like both of them were in a controlled position to where they could rewrite the entire script for Earth, you feel me? And one's like, well shit, this whole world going today, I want to make it perfect. And I want to make it perfect under my understanding where, the strong guide the weak, but not only that, the weak serve the strong, you feel me? While being guided, much like the world is today. And my dude's like, nah, people need freedom to be their own person. And that's how it is. Like, we want to fix the things that's already messed up from where they are. Like, I find myself, I be like, yo, I don't like slavery. And, I don't want to go back. Especially because, my skin color was the ones that was in slavery. But I don't want to go back under a flip either. I don't want to go back to where it's a whole nother group of people in the side. I don't like slavery, period. I feel like it's not necessary. We're already enslaved, to life itself. So why should we cause extra inflictions or man-made inflictions when we already down here all destined for the same place, the ground? It's unavoidable. It's completely unavoidable. So you like, yo, we beefing with each other most of the time over nothing, but we trying to make it seem like it's something. Like, you know, and don't get me wrong, I be noticing energy because I'm energy. So for the most part, look at me. I be like, yo, to the new world leaders, you got your work cut out for you. I want you to know that. These people are fucking it up so royally. It's gonna take you decades, maybe even a whole nother age to goddamn fix this shit. You gonna need another 100 years to fix the damages that they doing to this economy. You know? Not to mention, y'all might come in and the world be damn near destroyed because they talking war right now. You gotta pay attention. And they ain't even talking war. They doing war shit. Like Amazon shutting off shit because they getting ready to start building military shit and servicing military shit. They about to step into the military game. You don't need civilians in there when you're doing that. You know what I'm saying? They gonna hire a whole nother list of people that can keep their mouth shut and not say we working on Sony Ericsson missiles. You feel me? You did. We about to go to we're already really in it. A whole new warring state. An era of war. Where, in this one, we've reached weapons of mass destruction level. You know what I'm saying? Warplay. Or gunplay. So, a lot of people, they worry about the drones. They got drones and shit. America's protected. Yada, yada, yada. Ain't no fucking protection. America got their own people in the war. You didn't hear this? The general say? You gotta understand. These people have been programming you to be ready for whatever since you was a kid. Been fucking with you. Traumatizing you. Getting you angry. So they can utilize it for their own reasons. It's like, bro, I be having dreams. And my dreams be graphic, but they be like, I already know their lessons. I had a dream about a shaman. And the shaman was told to lead the people to a greater land. And he was told he's gonna have to go to war to do it. And the shaman was like, well, how do I convince these people that, you know, we gotta go to war for this. We're gonna have to go take these folks out. And you know, he has a dream. The dream comes to him of a mighty figure that tells him, I got your back. Yada, 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 yada. So the shaman wakes up, and in the dream, the figure tells the shaman how to do one single trick to gain approval. And it's a fire trick. It's a trick to show great power. You know what I'm saying? So he goes in to his hut and he devises it. He devises this device to show great power, you know? And after basically blowing up half of his camp, you know, the rest of the people, they're like, well, we got what we need. We can take them out with just 2 or 3 of these, or one of these to take their whole battalion out and we'll win the war. So they all amp up behind that technology source and that claim of God, that God gave him the vision, or the universe gave him a vision, and they're able to go, you know, take down the people. Look, man, these people will use God himself to turn you into the demon to be liberation for someone else. You feel me? It's like you turn on the internet and or turn on YouTube and they're talking about Trump's this weapon of God or instrument or a judge, like in the book of Judges, a tool that God's using to bring a destruction to a specific group of people. Here we are with it again. We're validating and utilizing God for things that, you know, the creator of all really ain't got shit to do with. All of this is just us and our own that, you know. It's us, our inner insecurities and fears, and fear of failure, fear of somebody taking some shit that we feel like we worked hard for, that we feel like we own. The fear. It's fear. It's all of that. It's that causes you to react. Like, bro, I just be kicking it. And every now and then I phase back and I notice awkward looks all around me, and I see it. I see it as fear. Like your ass is scared that I'm up to no good, and you don't see it as fear. You see it as I'm being precautious, or I'm being, this. I'm taking precautions and shit like that. Only when people step in and be like, yo, what's up? Do they overcome their fear? Because then you're going from there. You're not just being nosy. You just being, cordial. Well, you're like, hey man, hey, how you doing? What's up? Yeah, da, 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 da. You're getting to know your environment. You're finding out that your environment isn't there to hurt you. It isn't there to harm you. Sometimes it's there to help you and lift you up in the best ways that it can possibly do so. But we've been taught to fear that. We don't want nothing to lift us up. We don't want to see if that's a good thing. We taught that the roses smell like boo-boo, so we don't need to be stopping to smell some damn flowers. The sky ain't doing shit, it ain't going nowhere, so why are we looking up so much? Like, yo, you keep this same energy, and you're gonna wake up one day, and it's gonna be hellfire in America, like, for no reason, when it didn't have to be. It's gonna be based off of civil wars, and after the civil wars is when the big dogs come in, because they feel like we weakened, and they can come in and try to take shit, invasions from foreigners, different shit like that, Meanwhile, you try to be like, yo, folks, we need to get this shit together. Each one love one and push that shit forward. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, you still got to deal with what's happening. You feel me? Like, innocent until proven guilty, right? I don't want to sit here and judge people for that shit, but you got to be like, yo, this man was basically a pedophile. You guys are pedophile by association, even if you waited until the girls was of age or whatever, you still knew the shit was going on and you didn't do anything to stop it. So that makes you, in the hood, we say when you riding in the car, your mama used to tell you don't ride in the car with bad friends, because if they get pulled over, all y'all going to jail, all y'all taking a charge. It's the same shit. Like you in a house with a man, he's dealing with some underage girls. You don't say shit. Bro, you in the car with the man. It don't matter if you do it or not. Most people be like, well, you can't. No, stop making excuses. You in the car with the folks. Your ass should have stayed at home, or you should have stayed in your office, or you should have stayed at school, or you should have stayed wherever the fuck you was. And when you found out about that, you ain't got to snitch. Just stay away from his ass. Like, now you guilty by association. And now we gotta, look, it's my belief, we need to just redo the whole governmental structure. Like, not the laws and everything. We just need to redo the people. Like, get them out of there, because all of them, you guilty by association. We need a whole new set of fresh young faces, like, 30 and 40 tops, you know what I'm saying? Maybe even a couple 20-year-olds that seem ahead of their time. Innovation is golden. We need to do a whole nother set of Congress officials. We need to go through and revote this whole, we need to take this election. This time, we need to tediously, as people, go through the people and pick the right people. Like, because if we don't, this shit is not going to go right. Because you just know that we still going to have to fix some things. Just because we get the new people in there, we got a whole fresh system. We can't just be like, oh, that's it. We good. We straight. We ain't got to worry about this shit no more. This going to evolve into some. No, we still got to stay on it. You got to keep it up. You got to be like, all right, we got to make sure this shit gets on a fixable path to where we're worried about, the economy, restoration of the economy, not ever worrying about racism, like let that shit go, worrying about fixing the environment, everybody becomes an environmentalist, stop fearing robots, them shits could actually help your ass learn new ways. We need to figure out how to cope with the shit we already put ourselves in as well. Like, it's traumatizing stuff, man. It's traumatizing stuff, man. Like, I watched some thing, I looked at the little emails, and part of me didn't even want to pay attention to it. I was like, but I don't want to see this shit. Meanwhile, you're the super distraction. I know how to get everybody's mind off of it. Let's open the government up. And at the same time, let's ban THC hemp products. Let's just ban it. Put a clause in there that bans this. And if you got this in there, which is technically impossible, then you going to jail type shit. So you basically like, oh, we got to throw, and then let's throw some other stuff at these people. And then let's do some random act of violence. Look, send freaking ICE to North Carolina and just get them to start shit. Just they don't really got no reason to be up there. We done got all the damn immigrants that don't need to be up. We just gonna send ICE to fuck with people so they can take their mind off of everything your president done. Meanwhile, we booting up for war and you don't even know it. I'm talking about we booting up for a real war, bit dog. You don't even see it. I'm talking about we booting up for a real live World War III could end in a couple of days or a matter of seconds, and your ass don't even see it because, you know, we worried about everything else. Levels. You know what I'm saying? Fucked up ass economy we live in. Is it the economy or the country? I think it's the country. And it ain't even the country. It's the economy. It's the people running the country. It's too much blood on the leaves, man. We didn't wash the leaves off, so now we got to deal with that shit. You know what I mean? You know, when they be like, blood on the leaves, you got to rinse that shit off. You got to get the blood out of the leaves or chop the tree down, so, you know what I'm saying? You don't got to worry about it no more. Like, shit real, like, you got to ask yourself, how long are we going to do this? Look, there's two brothers fighting. How long you think they're gonna fight before one of them dies? You know, Cain killed Abel. This don't have to keep going. We don't gotta keep doing this. We don't gotta keep fighting. We can, you know. We can just keep it going. That's our blood to want to just be stupid and be nasty people, nasty beings for no reason. Why you masquerade as I'm trying to fix it and I'm a humanitarian and I love people. Like, you don't love nobody. You don't even love yourself. Don't bring God into it either. Every time you bring God into it, it's like you speak blasphemy upon your own self. You're like, oh, well, da-da-da-da-da, but you go out and you do the same sins again. And then you persecute others for the way they live when they're trying to live right as best as possible. You know what I mean? It's so fucking contradictions. Like, I've been researching Christ myself and like all of his teachings and his sayings and everything that would get somebody excommunicated from a church and then martyrized when they feel like maybe they made the wrong move because, you know, they don't know nothing about science or they didn't understand science and geological mapping of the earth fully at that moment. So certain things happen and make it seem like, you know, extra things was going on. Could even make it seem like God is watching when God is always watching. Because God is always watching. I met a crack online the other day. And I was like, you're being watched, but you don't know who's watching. It's like, yo, who's worse, Lucifer or the devil? Because I don't think they're the same person or the same being or the same entity. I think they're two different aspects of evil. And then you ask yourself, yo, there's only like one aspect of good that trumps all of it, and that's God. You know what I mean? That's what connects us all too. We be forgetting it. We all connected by God. And I don't think God sees anything greater or anything lesser in anybody. He just sees us for us. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people that be like, well, you calling God me and shit. Fuck all that. You worried about the wrong things. That's my relationship with my Most High. That's your relationship with your God as well. You can call him the mother, yada, yada, yada. You call him consciousness, your subconscious. God is my subconscious. Would you rather me say that? Be worried about and focused on the wrong things about people. What's your religious views? I have none because I'm not religious. Well, you must be spiritual. Why do you always want to title something? Just let a person be a person. You feel me? Let a person be a person. But to the New World leaders, fix this shit. Stop trying to kill us all. Crazies.